Hey everyone, this is Chase from Rocky Mountain ATV giving you a closer look at the Rig T3 gear bag from Ogio. All right everyone, thanks for checking in with us today. So we are giving you a closer look at the new Rig T3 gear bag from Ogio. So this is a brand new gear bag for 2020. If you're familiar with the 9800, which we've seen for a lot of years now from these guys, that bag's been super popular. But what I like to see is Ogio, they took the feedback from a lot of riders that use the gear bag. They took that and they went back to the drawing board. They weren't complacent. They said, how can we take a good bag and make it even better? And that's what you're getting here with the Rig T3. Now the price point on this bag is pretty high. You're gonna be about $500, but as we go through and talk about it, you'll see a lot of cool features built in. There's some things on this bag that you're not gonna see with other gear bags that are on the market. So first and foremost, one big aspect of this new Rig T3 is the size of it. They wanted to increase the overall size from the 9800. I think a lot of riders said, hey, we want to be able to put all our gear in here, plus some additional items that we're traveling with so we can just take one bag and not have to take multiple bags with us. So it is bigger than the 9800. This thing is 36.5 inches tall. It is 15.25 inches deep and about 17 inches wide. Now I haven't measured against the other larger gear bags that we offer, but if I was a betting man, I'm going to say that this is one of easily the biggest gear bags that we sell. So if that's something you want, that's what you're going to get here with the T3. So a super large size. Also some other cool features that we're going to show you, because we're going to put this on the ground and show you all the inside, is that there's a separate helmet bag that comes included and a boot bag that you can use to organize your gear and keep everything separate. But what I love about this bag the most is their sled technology, and this is something that you're not going to see on other gear bags that are out there. So the sled stands for Structural Load Equalizing Deck, and it's right here on the bottom. You essentially have this really hard plastic base that goes almost the entire length of the bag, and then it wraps around the bottom. And what this does, it just gives a nice, sturdy, rigid platform for this entire gear bag. And what I love about this one, it adds strength to the bag. I'm guilty of it. A lot of times when I get to where I'm going to be riding, I take my gear bag, I just kind of toss it out the bed of my truck. So this is going to add strength to there, but also because it adds rigidity to the bag, it makes it stand up vertically. I have a couple gear bags that I use where sometimes I can get to stand up vertically. It depends on how the weight or the gear is put inside the bag, but in most cases, when I try and stand a bag up like this, it just wants to fall over. It's kind of a hassle, especially if you are traveling with that bag. So that's what I love about this, is just stands right up. You've got a telescoping handle here, so when you are walking, that makes it really nice. Nice big oversized wheels down at the bottom that have nice bearings on there, so this thing rolls really nicely. You've got multiple straps or handles to grab onto this thing. Big compression straps here on the side. But now we're going to get this thing down on the ground. We're going to open it up, show you everything that you have on the inside. All right, so now I have the bag on the floor. We're just going to go through, show you everything that you're getting here as far as the storage goes. So first thing I want to point out is on the front, I'm glad to see that they did put a changing mat with this bag. I know some riders don't use a changing mat. I actually use mine quite often. For me, it's really handy. So the changing mat's right here in the front. So open that up, pull that out. All right, so there is your changing mat. And kind of what I like, might not seem like a big deal again, but it says, adventure begins here. And that's kind of, what Ogio's concept is, your ride, everything starts right here as you're gearing up. So you've got a cool little logo there on the changing mat. Now up here on the top, you've got this big compartment. So that's just one big pocket right here on the top. Like I mentioned earlier, you've got nice big grab handles right here. Your other top compartment. Now this is kind of cool. So this isn't actually a lid or a pocket per se, but when I open this is giving me direct access to what's inside the bag right here. And the reason that I like that is if you have something that you want to get to quickly, it doesn't make you open the entire lid to get something out of there. You could just open up this lid and you have direct access to the bag. Also, right here on the inside, you have this Velcro. You can undo that and you actually have a mesh panel right here. So if you have some gear in here that's kind of stinky, it's hot outside, you open this up, you're gonna get some airflow. But I do like that. Maybe you are in some rainy conditions, you can just take that and then close that right back up. So that's your lid, again, going into the main compartment. Now inside here, here's something that's pretty cool. You have a helmet bag. And this helmet bag is actually a high quality helmet bag. This isn't just some cheap, thin, inexpensive helmet bag. This thing is nice and heavy duty. It's the same construction as the actual bag itself. What I like too on the bottom here is that you have this waterproof material. So if the ground is wet, you can set this on the ground. Water's not gonna go through there. You've got a little small pocket right here on the outside as well. And then when you open this, it's actually fleece lined with padding on the inside. And it's a really big helmet bag. You know, no matter what helmet you have, it's going to fit in here just fine. So I like that they give you this. So even if you want to put your helmet inside here but not keep it in the gear bag, not a big deal. You still have a nice premium helmet bag that you can take anywhere you want to go. So I'll zip that back up. So there's your helmet bag. But now we're going to go ahead and open the main compartment. Open that up. So first thing you're going to notice here, actually I'm going to do up this lid real quick. So with that open, the idea behind this bag is hard parts are going to go in the bottom of the bag, and then your soft gear, so your jerseys, your pants, your gloves, you know, riding pants, whatever you might have, is going to go basically in these pockets that you have underneath the lid. So first thing you've got right here, you've got this zippered pocket. You've got a mesh pocket right here, which is nice. So you can put your riding socks in there if you want those to breathe. But then around the entire outside here, you have another large compartment. And this is where you're going to put your jersey, your pants, your riding gear with you when you're going out. So you put your gear there, you know, gear that you've used, that's sweaty, that's muddy, you don't want to mix in with the clean stuff, you can put it in that mesh pocket there. So those are your pockets on the inside of the lid. But now, here's the other big feature I was talking about. You have this boot bag. And again, just like with the helmet bag, this is a really nice boot bag. As far as the size of boots that you can put in here, they actually said that they can easily get a size 15 inside here. So this is going to hold any brand of boot, any size. You're going to be fine. And what I like about the boot bag is, you know, some riders, kind of depending on who you are, everyone has their own preference. Some guys will take their boots off when they're done riding and just throw them in the back of the truck because they don't want to mix their boots with their gear. And a lot of times your boots have got a lot of dirt, a lot of mud on them. You don't want to get a bunch of dirt and mud inside your gear bag. And that's what's cool about this is you can just put your boots inside here and it separates it from your gear. Or if you have other stuff inside here, you want to just pack your boots separately, throw them inside. Now these are washable too. If you need to, you can take this. What I like, you can see you've got a nice big carry handle here. But if I open that up, undo this buckle right here, loosen it up just a touch. So your boots go inside there. And like I said, you can wash this out. You can just spray it out if it does get dirty and then just let it air dry. You're going to be good to go. So I'll do that back up. And then as far as the rest of the bag, when you're looking at the inside here, a couple things that I like. It's just one large main compartment, but something that's pretty unique is here on the inside, you actually have a little mesh pocket and it has this little pouch right here. So this pouch is pretty basic, but you can see you've got some elastic webbing inside here. So if there are some smaller tools or items that you want to take with you, you know, you can just put it right here inside this little pouch and it just tucks up nicely on the inside there. So put that back in. And then last thing we'll show you is on the inside, you do have a way to kind of separate the bag or give some different compartments inside here. You have these little mesh nets. These just actually connect really simply. You can see you have these nylon loops right here. So you just take the buckles on there, you slide it through those, and you can kind of divide the bag if you want to make some separate compartments in there. But aside from that, it's just one main compartment. But like I said, you've got that sled technology that goes all the way along there, so it's super rigid. You know, just overall, a really good bag. And that is it. That is the new Rig T3 from Ogio. So the big takeaways here, super big. Put all your gear in there just fine. I like the idea that your gear goes inside the lid so it's completely separate from your boots or any other hard parts that you might have inside here, like your knee braces, your chest protector, you know, any of those items, but plenty big enough to put all your gear and then some. And if that's what you're after and you want really good durability, and one of my favorite features is how easily this bag stands up vertically on its own, then this is a bag that you want to be interested in. If you guys have questions or comments, we want to get those answers, so make sure to leave those below. And to pick one up, you can just click on the link or head over to RockyMountainATVMC.com. All orders are over $75 ship free, and we do have a gear bag buyer's guide. So if you want to see other gear bags, you know, at different price points, different sizes, if you're not quite sure which one you want to get yet, give that a watch, and that's going to give you a good starting point. I am Chase, and we'll see you on the trails.